Let me tell you a little bit about who we are. The Denver Health Paramedic Division responds to approximately 100,000 emergency medical calls a year. We transport about 75,000 patients to local emergency departments, and we do it with a staff of approximately 250 EMTs, dispatchers, and paramedics. That makes us one of the busiest and most efficient EMS systems in the entire country, and we are recognized nationally and internationally for the work that we do. We boast the best cardiac arrest survival rates in the nation and the best traumatic injury survival rates in the nation as well. And the presence of the Denver Health Paramedic Division in Denver makes the city and county of Denver a safer place for everyone to live. Now, what allows us to do that, and one of the innovations that is kind of at the heart of all of this, is who we are. And we are a hospital-based system, which means that we are overseen by physicians. And everything that the paramedic division does is about medicine, and it's about taking care of people. And over 300 times a day, our EMTs and paramedics are given the opportunity to go out and take care of people under all circumstances and in all weather conditions like today. And it is our honor to serve our community through the medicine that we bring to people's homes and to their streets and to their businesses. The fact that we are overseen by physicians and that we are in a medical capacity gives us a unique opportunity to do research. Last year at this time, I stood up here and I talked to you about a 3-year multi-center study funded by the Department of Defense to bring fresh frozen plasma, which is a blood product, into the field. And this is the standard of care in the emergency room, and it's the standard of care in the surgical suites to give patients who have sustained traumatic injuries this blood product. But it has to be frozen, and it's almost impossible to deliver this in the field if you keep it frozen. Now, this is of particular interest to the Department of Defense. Obviously, they have members of our armed forces are deployed in austere environments throughout the world, and if they sustain traumatic injuries, they want the ability to give them the definitive care as rapidly as possible. So this Department of Defense study chose us as one of the 3 major centers, and our challenge was to figure out how to take this blood product, keep it frozen in our ambulances, rapidly thaw it, and deliver it to patients who have sustained traumatic injuries, and do all of that in less than 10 minutes on scene. And I am very, very pleased to report that about 6 months ago, we rolled the combat study out live. We have these water baths in every one of our ambulances that's deployed on the streets. There are coolers with fresh frozen plasma on every ambulance in the city and county of Denver right now, and we have enrolled over 20 patients in the study. We are the first EMS agency in the entire world who has figured out how to carry this blood product frozen, rapidly thaw it, and give it to patients to save their lives. This is a remarkable achievement. It's been a great team effort, and I have no doubt that this is going to become the standard of care down the road for all patients in the field. We'll know the results of the study in about 2.5 more years, and from there we will change our practice as the results of the studies show what I think they're going to show. Thank you. About a month and a half ago, our world was turned upside down by Ebola. So we've spent the last 6 weeks putting in new policies, new procedures, and new processes. We've worked with our partners at Denver 911, with the partners in the fire department, the police department, and the public health department to prepare ourselves for Ebola. And we are now doing everything that we can to rapidly screen on the front end. The 911 call takers are trying to identify potential Ebola patients before the ambulances and fire trucks are even dispatched. Our crews are staying within kind of a 12-foot window on their initial patient contact to ask a couple of questions to rule out any potential Ebola exposures. And we have even created an Ebola ambulance if we need it. And so in 6 weeks, we have managed to go from an agency and a hospital and a healthcare community that was not prepared for Ebola to an agency that is ready to respond to anything at any time and continue to serve our city and our patients to the best of our ability, no matter what conditions that they have.